All right, we are live at the Maverick Rose Music Hour. Hope everybody's doing well out there. I'm going to give it just a second to catch up. You're listening to Retro Rewind. Maverick Rose Music Hour is now part of Retro Rewind at 103.5 FM. That's WCOMFM.org on the worldwide interwebs. And we're out of Carborough, Chapel Hill, and Durham. I got Darcy coming up. We're going to be looking at lyrics here, so let's see what Darcy's got for us.
I'm here.
I hear you.
I was cleaning up.
No, that's good.
We had a wild Canadian jazz band in here over the weekends.
A
They
wild
trashed the
Canadian jazz band. That's interesting.
That doesn't even fit together, does
That
it?
doesn't really.
No.
But
Well, we have the glass to prove it.
that's right.
Yeah.
So
It's all
what
over
you
the
got for
floor.
us, Darcy? Give us our lyric.
Our lyric of the week. It's a very
Yeah.
special lyric. All right, you ready?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do the same thing every night. People laugh, but it's all right. The more they laugh, the less I'm flayed. A hazard of the trade. Do a cartwheel, perfect grace, then fall flat upon my face. Acting dumb's my only chance. Now it's time to dance.
What's
hell
that
is
one?
That?
Any guesses?
I don't know.
Any guesses of the
Sounds
artist
good.
or the name of the song?
Sounds good.
I think it sounds great. I can do the rest of it. There's 3 more verses if you want.
Yeah, do it.
All right. Juggle, tumble, make a face, sing a song, but not with taste.
Jake
Make-
says you're quiet. You need to get in the mic there.
Make a joke and hope they laugh, future, present, past. Act a fool for maidens fair. Know not I have love to share. Drop my smile, the king he rants. Jester, time to dance. Do the same thing every night. People laugh, but it's all right. Acting dumb's my only chance. Now it's time to dance.
Is that Dance of the Jester?
That would be Dance of the Jester by one of my favorite people. Do you know who that is?
Master Cylinder.
Master Cylinder, Mr. Jim
That's the Jim
Spilios.
Spilios. That's right.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
All right. I dig it.
So, Jim, you dropped your website last week, which has all your albums and your screenplays on it.
Yeah.
And you have details of all the songs, except for some of them. One of this one did not have details as to why or how you wrote it.
Well, that you have to, you hit the song.
I did.
When the song plays, then it says more if you hit more.
Oh,
I didn't write much about that, but
okay.
Interesting.
it
Do you
was
want-
actually, I was watching Bewitched one day, and it,
Not the Rockford Files?
No. And they were in Victoria times, and someone was playing a harpsichord. And
Okay.
I ran down cellar and wrote that song in like 3 minutes.
Did
Oh,
you
wow.
really?
I can't play it on the piano, but I picked out the notes, you know.
So it was inspired by Bewitched.
By Bewitched, yeah.
Was her mother in it too, with Endora? Because she used to
Endora?
do all those crazy costumes and stuff.
Yeah, she might have been. I like Serena, though.
Have you sung this in a while?
No, because it's got to be on keyboard, and I can't play that part. It's on the website if you want to hear it.
That's right. Go check it out on the website. That's
Oh, let's do
jimspilios.com. Oh, he's got the.
JimSpilios.com, the Master
it is.
Cylinder.
See
There it
how
is.
professional we are
It's
up here?
that camera, Jim.
Oh, yeah.
We're so professional.
There you go.
So Zenbad's
No one's
gonna,
ever accused us of that.
gonna make me up some business cards, so it'll be all official then.
Nice.
I'm sure he's working on it as we speak. Am I right? Oh, he's doing this.
No, he's producing the show tonight.
So did you think you'd be the lyric of the week?
No, I didn't. That was a nice surprise. Thank you. But
You're not going to cry, are you?
no, I'm just concerned we're like in some, like now we got to quote a lyric for you next week.
That's right.
It's like, oh.
That's right.
Trust
We-
me,
just
there
keep-
isn't
Well,
any.
I'll get Marty to give us some of their texts. And
This-
we'll put a text.
Well, you
of-
can sing a
put
song
text of
about
music.
it.
That's right.
No, this is not reciprocal. This is you are a
All right. No,
songwriter.
that's-
This is
that's right.
awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And
You're-
we'll after this we did Maverick and then me. We'll do like real songs from now on.
Maybe.
Now we can do whatever we want.
Actual published songs.
All right. So before we get going any further, how's it sounding out there, Zen? Are we sounding good?
Did anybody hear the beginning of mine?
Do anything? Yeah, I think
Yeah, okay.
we're good.
Speaking of Zen, a shout out. If you look at my website, that was done by Zenbad. He did an amazing job. A lot of all
He is our-
letters.
he is our
It is
executive
one of the
producer
best
and,
websites I've seen. It's
Managing
really good.
the web here.
So if you want a website done, is he doing more of these? Is that what he
I
wants
think
to
you
do?
can be convinced if you talk
I
to
know
him real nice.
we need to talk to him about it. He does. Yours is awesome.
I know.
All right. Well, we got Marty out here. Let's see what Marty's got for us.
Maverick's
Marty,
like, "Stop
out
talking."
there. No.
I know.
He's good.
But no one likes the songs apparently.
What do you mean?
They listen. There's like 31 listens, and nobody hits like. Is there something I don't know about that?
No, I think a lot of people.
There's no likes at all.
The Maverick.
I
We'll,
think
we'll,
that's
we'll
not
get
true.
to
I
me
like
soon.
it.
Yeah, that'll
no,
be all
but
right.
no, there's no actual likes on the, there's a little button to press.
I
What?
hit like.
You did?
I did.
Oh, maybe it.
Like yesterday, I think.
Well,
Maybe it refused
everybody after this, go hit like on Jim's songs.
You don't have to.
Well, yes, you do.
You got to really like it.
I really liked it. That's
Good evening, everybody. The Maverick Rose Music Hour is
know,
brought to you
I'm
by
in.
Rescue Wood Rehab. It's wonderful to see you, Maverick. We got a lot to talk
It's
about.
good to see you, man.
What
How's it
about
going?
Gemini?
Well,
That's right. Oh, look out. Gemini. So if you're playing at home, Jim and I, anytime we say Gemini, that's your chance to drink. So whether you've got alcohol, tea, soda, water, whatever it is, go ahead to take a big swig of whatever you've got. Let's make sure we're up on the mics because apparently the volume is.
There you go. There you go. Right into the mic
close.
there,
That's
folks.
right.
There we
Right
go.
into
Yeah.
the mic.
I
There
feel
we
like
go.
I'm
Don't be afraid
leaning
of it.
over,
Oh,
That's
lean
right.
over into the mic. There we go.
hunching.
So, Maverick, we have so much to talk about.
We do, actually.
There have been so many things going on, and I just don't know where to start. What do you want to start with, Maverick?
I think the elephant in the room, if I can, is Jim smashing his guitar. at
We
his-
were
at his
all
website
present
launch
for
birthday
something
party.
legendary. And
This was
Jim on his
awesome.
72nd birthday destroyed a guitar on stage after playing a Who song. And forgive me, I don't remember the name of the song.
Won't get fooled again.
Won't get fooled again. Well,
Was
we all got
absolutely
fooled because
You
it was
surprised
epic.
us all.
It was the most unbelievable thing I saw, and I was actually videoing it.
Do you know how hard it was for me to keep that a secret? Because I'm the only one in the room other than Jim that knew it was going to happen. I was like, he's not actually going to do it, but he did.
And I think everybody knows Bud, and Bud doesn't jump. That's the only time I've ever seen Bud jump
he was
because he's
right in
right
front of
center
you.
stage. Yeah.
Are we going
And-
to show the video?
I don't have the ability to do that on here.
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah.
But
Maybe we
if
get
you
it.
are looking for that video, it'll be out there on the World Wide Webs at some
It's
point.
going to be on Jim's website, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it
sure.
should
I'm
be.
sure it'll be on
Well,
the website
not if you
soon.
don't send it to him. He's a little pissy at you.
I
about that.
have both
Marty
videos.
won't send it to
I've
me.
sent them both to your counterpart Maverick.
That's
so
right.
yeah, you got it.
I'll get it. to
You got it coming. You got it
All
coming.
right,
We
well,
got to find a way to
coming.
deliver it to
Send
you.
him my tax forms, too, then, if that's how you're working.
I don't know about all that. We'll see.
There's a limit to the friendship.
Now, there's
Jim.
something else that we need to talk about, and that is Rescued Wood Rehab. I got the picture up right now.
Yes.
Just won the Maggie Award,
Yes, we won the Maggie Award for the.
Best
The-
Home Furnishings and Decor.
Yes, and that's it's great to win those awards, Maverick. You have
I
you've
got
been a
Artist of
recipient.
the Year last year. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
really fun.
you've been a recipient of awards through Main and Brock magazine.
They're amazing. Yeah,
and
great
actually,
people, too.
little known fact that Rescue Wood Rehab actually picked up multiple awards on that night.
Do we own that magazine?
Were they like other people's awards, or like you
He
picked
just
them up
went
off
around-
the table
he
and
just
just
went around
grabbed them?
picking up awards.
We did pick up an additional award, and I wanted to show that and share that.
Zen said congrats to everybody at RWR.
Yes, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Zen. And so there's one additional award, and I think you can catch this on camera that we picked up, and I thought I would share that with you on this
What
this
is
evening.
this?
So Maverick Rose,
You got
thank
it
you
again?
once again for all your contributions.
How? What?
And once again, a recipient of a Maggie Award,
No.
albeit a little different than the winner because there were a couple of. There was
Yeah.
a band that won it, but
Yeah.
for everything you do for the music
Oh my
area.
gosh.
That's
Oh,
why he
wow.
kept asking you to put
I'm
the
choked
picture.
up, man.
Look at that. Look at that. Woo. Yes.
That's
well
awesome.
deserved, my
So
friend.
Maverick, you get to
Well
go home with a
done.
little hardware as well, my friend.
That's right.
And
Awesome.
that's pretty awesome. That'll go next to prior
Very
awards
cool.
and all
That's
the other
right.
stuff you've
I
got.
got the perfect spot on my wall for that one.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely. So thank you again for all you do. And you guys have a great show. I'm very confident that Bud needs to go for a walk.
Really quick before
Yeah.
you take Bud for a walk,
Yeah.
can you check with Andy and see what our signature cocktail is for the evening?
yeah, be right
How
back.
could you forget that?
All right. Well, that is
Isn't
fantastic,
that-
man. I
he
had
was
no
so
idea. That was.
excited to
I
bring-
am so excited.
He
That's
was
like.
so excited to bring that tonight.
We're all
That's
getting out
awesome.
of joint from patting each other on the back.
That's
here.
right. There's a lot of.
I've done nothing.
You started the
That's
whole
not
thing.
true. Yeah, we're only here because of her. She suggested, she was like, "Hey, what if we did a podcast?"
I don't
was
know
like,
what I'll
we can
do,
roll
but
it right
can I
into the
do it?
radio show. That's right.
Here, Maverick, you do all the work and I'll show up.
Marty's back. What you got
Okay,
for us,
I
man?
am back with tonight's signature cocktail.
Yes.
And this is Darcy inspired. It has a Malibu twist to it, right? And I asked Andy for a name, and the exact name he gave me was So this is
Okay.
the cocktail, and we'll give it a
I
taste.
love it.
I already tasted earlier. It's awesome.
That is awesome. Nice.
Yeah, that's exactly what you would do. Yeah, that's
And-
really good. Would you like this?
It's very tropical.
Yes, very. Would
Yeah,
you
you
like?
can bring it on over.
Okay.
There you go. And for those who
Delicious.
don't know, we are at Niche Wine Lounge where they do live entertainment 6 nights a week. So
that good?
if you're ever in the Holly Springs area, you can come hang out with us. We record live every Monday.
What is it?
And this is Retro Rewind
Pineapple.
along with the first hour being Maverick Rose Music Hour. So, all right. Thanks a lot, Marty.
Off to
We
walk the
will
dog.
catch up with you later, my friend.
Have a good walk.
If you're ever wondering where I am and what I'm doing, as a lot of people often do, usually my mom, she's like, why didn't you call me out? She said,
Well,
where are you?
your
What are you
wife-
doing?
Your wife looks
Yeah.
for you sometimes, too.
So we, so you can just go to maverickrosemusic.com and
That's good.
my schedule's up there. Jim goes there sometimes and he goes, the schedule is not up to date. So we'll talk to Zen about that. But
He was busy.
anyway, he is. He's busy. You took him away for almost a year
I
working
know.
on that website, man.
And
So
he did a Zen, you did a fantastic job.
did.
he did. Everybody
Fantastic
loves that
job.
website.
Yeah.
It's
Don't
amazing.
forget that latest tweak I sent you, though. Get back on it, man.
And like it, for God's sakes. Like
oh
his
my
music.
gosh, like Jim's stuff. That's right.
Oh, yeah, well, she did Dance of the Jester, so that's on there. Check out that
Yeah.
crazy keyboard lick. That I don't know how I even wrote that when I was 21.
What's your favorite song that you wrote
My 4 favorite songs are all on the 3rd album.
on the third album?
Dance of the Jester, yours truly, Jack the Ripper, The Ugliest Man Alive, and The Eating Cat and The Tasty Scientist.
I saw that one. That was a
I
little.
see.
Dance of the Jester is one of your favorite?
Yeah.
And that's the one I did.
It is.
That's so cool. I
What
didn't
do you
even know
think?
that.
Zen said, thank you for the praise. He worked hard on it.
All right.
It
All
shows.
right.
Hey,
Zen,
that's good.
great
Cool,
job.
man.
Great job.
So that brings us to Jim's Wine of the Week. I have a feeling he's going to be talking about a Canadian jazz band that trashed
Nah,
it. No?
Wine
Adam,
with an
he's
H.
gonna be talking
Wine
about-
with an H.
They're not worth my time.
Talking about Marty not sending you the cool video of
No,
you smashing.
I've done that in real life.
Okay. So
But
what is your
But I
wine of the
want to
week?
thank you for having the foresight to put a mic stand bass on the floor so I could whack it with my guitar so
So,
I didn't destroy Ted's floor here.
True story. When Jim said that he was going to smash his guitar, I started doing a little research because I personally had
How
never
long
seen
did
it.
you know about it?
A while.
So you had it
But
played for a while?
so I started doing a little research because you see videos of people smashing guitars and stuff, and like at times like it completely destroys the stage. All kinds of stuff happens. Like they actually tear up the floor, and the guitar's fine. Guitar neck is made to hold a lot of tension under all those
Okay.
strings, and so I knew that it takes a lot of effort to smash a guitar. So as I started doing the research, I said, "Dude, I'm gonna take a round bass that holds a microphone inside, I'll put it up there so you can hit that instead of the floor," and it worked.
Yeah.
It was like an anvil. It
Can
was
you
actually really
post
cool.
the video on all of your pages?
I will post the video
so Jim
today.
can
Yeah,
see.
after
Oh,
the
no.
show, we'll
Do
put
you
it
have
up.
the internet?
Excuse me?
Does he have the internet?
Do you?
I do. Yeah, I can get on the internet. I'm just not on Facebook.
Do you have a smartphone?
I don't know how
Yes,
smart.
yes, he does. So I will. I'll send,
Zen's
and I will
supposed to
put
get
it
me
up,
on
I'll put it up on
Facebook.
Facebook. Oh yeah.
Zen's supposed to help me with getting on Facebook, right? Let's
man.
do that.
Yeah. Let's
And
do
the
that,
business
Zen.
cards.
Sounds good. So what is
Okay.
your wine of the week, my friend?
Candy bars. So,
Is it an Astro Bar?
no, not that.
100-gram bar?
No. So,
That's one of my favorite Jim songs, Astro Bar.
There is a song that's,
That's
true.
got the most hits, but still
I
nobody
love
liked
that
it.
one.
I'm going to go on
So-
and like every single freaking
All right. So I'm trying to cut down on my sugar, so I cut out Coca-Cola. That was a tough one, but
They have
now
Diet
it's
Coke
done.
or Coke Zero?
No, I'm all done with Coke.
Wow.
I tried one and it tasted awful because I'm so used to
Yeah.
not drinking. So I'm trying to get healthy type candy because I got a sweet tooth and I'm buying this fancy keto and
Oh,
burrito.
I know
and
what's
whatever.
coming here. I know
And
what's
nothing,
coming.
Nothing tastes good. So I
I know
said,
what's coming.
the hell with it. I'm getting 3 Musketeers, the fun size, a big bag of them. They're like $6 for a bag.
Three Musketeers, is that your favorite?
It's one of my favorites, but you can fool yourself like it's not really a candy bar. It's so light, you know. Oh, this ain't bad. This is good. I can eat 4 of these, you know. So I pour out the bag every time in case like there's a mouse in there or something.
Oh, and that happens.
Or
yeah.
sometimes one's open and it's like, you know, getting all over the other bars. And I count them for the heck of it, so I can. There's 21, so I divide it, see how much I get, you know. So 21 every time, 22 once. Ooh, that was a
Ooh,
good
that was a
day.
score.
Then one day it was 24, and I just like ran around the apartment.
Did you go buy lottery tickets?
But so now though, when I'm at the store buying one, they keep
A
coming
bag.
up 21 again, a bag of them. You know, so
Right.
I'm at the store, you know, hefting them, but they're so light you can't tell them. Then I'm feeling them, trying to count them, and the lady's looking at me that works there, and she's like, hey, we got a
Yeah,
couple
she's
of
calling
you.
security.
So I stopped filling up the musketeer bag, but I don't know. I guess I should just reconcile myself. It's going to be 21. If it's more, it's a good day.
Then that's a
That's
bonus.
right.
21 is the norm.
So that's not much of a bitch, but that's what I'm doing this week. All right.
So are
Hey,
you
that
doing it at the
works.
Walgreens where you get your makeup?
No, I get them at Food Lion.
Oh, okay. They have good prices.
I should have brought us each a bar.
Are
All
you
right.
talking about the mini ones?
Yeah, the fun size.
Oh,
not the
fun-
real
not
little
those
ones.
little squares.
Those little ones, you get them lost. on your
So
nose.
people are asking what this has to do with music. It's because Jim
It
is a
doesn't.
musician who eats candy bars. They
Yeah.
can't, it doesn't actually have anything to do with music.
It's all about personality.
That's right. That's right.
I'll bitch about whatever I want.
That's
And
exactly
I'll bitch
right.
about that remark.
He will. He
Who
will.
sent that? Who
we,
sent
we
that?
love you.
Who sent that?
All right. So that's going to move us on into our one-hit wonder of the week. I had the one-hit wonder of the week.
What is it?
Right.
We don't.
So-
do you know?
I don't.
I don't.
We're gonna and now that we have the radio show tied in here with the podcast, we'll get to listen to these songs later. So our first song of the night will be this as well. So I chose "I Touch Myself" by the Divinyls. So came out in 1991. The band was actually formed in 1980, and that was their one hit. It made it to number 4 in the United States, number 1 in Australia, where they were from.
I'm trying to think if I know
So,
this song.
Yeah, when I think about you, I touch myself. Yeah.
I don't know that I know it.
I don't want anybody else. When I think about you, I touch myself. No? Well, you'll hear it later.
I don't
So,
know. I'm gonna
all
hear
right.
it later on the
So
show.
it's cool stuff. Yeah, Chrissy Amphlett, the lead singer from the band, unfortunately passed away, so may she rest in peace. But the band is cool. They've got some good music and stuff, but they were a one-hit wonder, and that was their one hit.
They never
It made it to
further.
number, like I said, number 4 here in the States.
Was it an
and
all-girl band?
No.
Oh.
In fact, she's the only girl in the band, kind of more like Blondie
Oh, okay.
type situation.
All right.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
all right. Jim's got a deep dive for us. Speaking of female singers, musicians, artists.
I was forewarned on.
So
what we
hang
were
around.
talking-
I was gonna say, so hang around after because we will go. We'll go into retro rewind, and you'll get a chance to hear that.
I get
So
to
don't
play.
go
Yeah,
anywhere.
I'm gonna. I'll be right here.
And we do take requests live if you're here at Niche. So whenever the radio show starts for hour 2 on Retro Rewind, you'll be able to come up and make requests there on the mic, and we'll play whatever you like, as long as it's between 1960 and the year 2000.
Yep.
Oh, you don't play anything past 2000?
Try not to.
Okay.
I don't like new music.
Unless it's like a Bruce.
It's got to be some.
Springsteen
Yeah, it's got to be
cover or
an
something.
artist from. Yeah, from.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was the parameters.
Generally, yeah, the
Okay.
40 best years of music.
There you
What you
go.
got for us, Jim?
I got a quote to start my deep dive. This is a quote by David Bowie. They were they were extraordinary. They wrote everything. They played like MFs.
Mm-hmm.
They were just colossal and wonderful, and nobody's ever mentioned them. They're as important as anybody else who's ever been, ever. It just wasn't their time. So, speaking of
That's
not
pretty
being their
big
time,
praise.
That is big praise, especially coming from Bowie.
Seriously.
yeah, but the thing is, he was hooking up with a bass player in the early 70s. No, in the early 70s. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
This quote was 1999.
So he.
Oh, okay.
So
So
he
this
just
was
let
after
him.
the fact. Yeah.
He just let him languish for 20 years, and then.
Well, maybe he was retroactively.
Who are we
giving
talking
them
about,
their
Jim?
due.
Oh, the name of the band is Fanny. They were an all-female band.
That's right. We got some music from them tonight
Yeah.
on the
Were they
radio
one of
show
like
as
the
well.
first all-female rock bands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as I'm
like 'em?
concerned, they're the. I haven't heard any female bands that play like they do. They
Okay.
just. I can't compare them to.
So you know him, Dave? Oh, come up to the mic, man. Let's talk about him a little bit.
He likes
And if
them
you
a lot,
there's
apparently,
a
huh?
cam on the stand there, so you
there's
can
a
pull it
little
up to where you got
puppy,
it. Yeah, look at this.
too.
So if you
All
yeah,
right.
just pull the mic up to where you can. We got you. So this is Dave here. He's from Perfect Match, but also a music connoisseur. So
Yeah.
you know Fanny. What's your favorite Fanny song, man?
Oh, I don't remember the names of the songs.
I gotcha.
I saw them live one time and was completely blown away. Yeah, I think there's 2 sisters in the
Yeah.
band, if I remember correctly.
June and Jean Millington
Yes, yes.
Yes.
awesome.
They
From-
started it, right?
from Manila. Yeah.
So you saw them live. What about what year?
Oh, it had to have been 75
Early 70s.
Wow.
74.
Speaking of 75, I've got my Jethro Tull 75 shirt.
Oh, yeah. Tull had one of the best endings that I've ever seen in a concert. It was on the, I'm so bad with the names of albums, but the one that
matter,
had
man.
Skate Away on the Thin Ice of a New Day.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And at the very end of that concert, all the lights are going down except one. And nobody even saw them bring it out, but there's a big stool in the middle of the stage with a great big old style telephone, with the dial that you had to turn and everything, right?
Yeah, rotary.
And there's
Yep.
this ringing noise. And it rings for, I don't know, a good 10 seconds, 15 seconds. And everybody's like, what is going on here? And then Ian Anderson comes back out and kind of sticks his head in the spotlight. And he grins real big and he reaches down and he picks up the receiver and puts it up to his ear and he goes, yes? Okay.
Maybe it was the.
And
maybe
then
it
he
was
turns
Fanny.
to the audience and says, it's for you. And the lights go out.
That's awesome.
That is good.
Well, hang around, man, because I got some Tull coming up on the show tonight, too. So, all right, we'll get back to Jim
All
and
right,
Fanny right now,
back
though.
to Fanny.
It's good to see you, Dave.
Thank you.
Yep.
So they were playing live in clubs. Troubadour out on the West Coast in '69. They were playing their final gig because they were getting total lack of respect from everyone in the business, really.
Mm-hmm.
And you can catch them on YouTube. Look for like
you Google 'em.
Fanny Live Beat Club and just watch them play. They had
They had a
bass.
couple of hits, though, right?
Yeah, nothing really huge,
Yeah.
but
And we got some of their live
Yeah,
stuff
we'll
and some of
play
their
some.
studio stuff on the show tonight. So
But the drummer was fantastic. The bass player, Gene, was excellent. They had a keyboard player who was really good, and I fell in love with the guitar player, June.
mm-hmm.
She's
One of the sisters.
yeah. If I was aware of her in the '70s, I would have pursued her for sure. Now
And
she
you would have
was-
taken your Three Musketeers and gotten them.
yeah. Well,
That's right.
she's actually gay, but that wouldn't have stopped me. I would have did.
Oh
I
my!
would have did whatever I had
Look
to,
out.
But, so anyway, there was a secretary for Richard Perry at that last gig. He was a fairly well-known producer, and they were actually looking for an all-female band, so they got signed, and they ended up making 5 albums. June quit before the 5th one was made
Yep.
because they wanted to have them all dress up, tarred up, kind of,
Trying
and
to do the girl
they
band
they were
thing.
just kind of jeans and t-shirt kind of girls. They look cool and everything, but
They're
they-
kind of hippie looking, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a documentary called what is it? Fanny, The Right to Rock. It was made by PBS, and that's still
Well,
kind
that's
of out
pretty
there
high honor if
someplace.
it's made by PBS.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice.
And
Yeah.
there's a CD coming out live at the Beat Club in June, which is going to have all those songs. And so they influence a lot of bands: Go-Go's, Bangles, The Runaways. None of those bands played like Fanny, though. I mean, they just rocked out, and you'll
Yeah.
hear it.
Yeah.
I always got to bring the Beatles into this. So there was
How do they actually
There was a six-
correlate with the Beatles?
there was a
Jim?
'63 all girl group called the Liverbirds, because Liverpool,
Right.
Yeah.
influenced by the Beatles. And when the Beatles heard about it, Paul said, "What a great idea!" And John actually said, "Girls don't play guitar," to them,
Uh-huh.
and it kind of got them.
They got a little
worked up,
fired up,
yeah.
didn't they?
So it's not sure whether Lennon was being a jackass or trying to kind of,
Yeah.
because he could straddle that line. But
Yeah.
so anyway,
Where are they now?
they actually put out a CD like in 2018 called Fanny Walked the Earth.
Huh.
2 sisters are still with us, and a couple of the original members. So they're still kind of doing
They have
stuff.
this long, beautiful hair. I saw pictures of them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you did. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And June is like, she runs, I forget what it's called. It's something that promotes women in rock, and so she's still doing that. And I'm hoping to get them to play on one of my albums. That's gonna.
You should reach
feature
out to
me.
them.
Yeah.
I will at
That'd be
some
awesome.
They
point.
might like one of your songs on.
That's
YouTube,
right.
right?
They
They
might.
might hit the like
So
button.
if any of the members of Fanny are out there, go to YouTube and check out Jim's stuff
and
toss
like it,
him a
please like it, please like it.
So yeah, no, I was just curious about it. You don't have to like it, but it's, is that, I'm listening to it, but I'm not going to hit that. Does like something happen or it shocks you or something? Or
That's
you,
right.
Or you got to sign up or something, If you
That's
like,
right. Yeah.
You
Marty
can
out there
you
like
can
that's
get
how it works,
thousands of
man.
views and like 30
That's
likes.
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
the people are watching.
that's just how it goes.
Yep.
That is how it goes.
Yep. Don't
So-
take it personal, man.
All right. So
It's the internet.
I don't know. There's more I could say about.
Shout out to all our
Fanny,
fans
but-
on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/the Maverick Rose Music
Oh,
Hour.
I'm sorry, are we on social media?
We are.
We're not letting Jim finish. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
that's
sorry, Jim.
okay. And they wrote most of their music. They did some cool covers. They covered. Speaking of the Beatles, they covered "Hey Bulldog" by the
Were
Beatles.
we speaking of the Beatles?
He was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they rewrote the third verse, and the Beatles allowed them to, which is an
Oh.
odd thing. Said, "Yeah, go ahead."
And that's kind of big, huh?
And it's odd because it doesn't make much sense. It's kind of similar, but I don't know why they did it, but they did it. And
Yeah.
So see, the Beatles let them do it.
I
There you
guess
go.
they did. Screw
I
John,
would-
who said they couldn't do it, right?
That's right.
Well, he didn't hear this band. He was
Wow.
talking about, and a lot of those. There was another band in the early in the '60s that, and usually they weren't that good.
Hold up. Marty's here. What's up, Marty?
There's some words of wisdom coming.
Actually received a message for Jim. Jim, this is from Ron from New Hampshire. Wants to know. He says, "Sounds like you're from New England."
I'm from New Hampshire, Ron.
There you go, Ron. And Ron also says, "Hi, Darcy."
Does Ron know how to watch a podcast?
Maverick, he didn't say anything about you.
That's all right. I don't know the guy.
Ron.
so
Hey,
I don't know
Diane.
I don't know anyone from New Hampshire.
Oh, that makes really.
Wait a minute.
Wow, that's awesome.
Marty got a text from someone in New Hampshire. How does
He
that
did.
work?
He did get a text from his. So
He's a stalker.
if you have a smartphone,
It's Ron the stalker.
people can contact you from other. It's a thing called a text message.
Say something, dummy.
do you know how to answer?
Smart my ass. It took
My
a while.
gosh.
I was swiping sideways, furiously.
Those are the dating apps, Jim.
That's
Those are
right,
The
that's right.
dating apps.
Swipe
Those are the
right,
dating
cast a wide
apps.
net.
That's why I got
That
those
whole thing.
videos.
That's right.
There's
All
a whole
right.
world about Jim we probably don't know about.
Oh, I think I've got a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I think you do.
Maverick knows a lot of it, but he knows how to keep things under the vest.
There
That's
you
it,
go.
man.
That's a good friend. That's
Or
a
close
good.
to the vest.
That's why I keep trash bags and a shovel with me, man. We're good.
All right. Guess what I did? No, never mind.
What? I don't know.
My gripe of the week could have been a whole different thing that happened Sunday, but
What happened?
no, I can't tell you.
Well, you don't have to kill me.
That's all right.
Okay, I guess he's not going to.
No,
So-
I'm just kidding around.
Speaking of the weekend,
Okay.
I had something, and we're going to go off script here for a second. I'm probably going to get hate mail, so feel free to, if you don't like what I have to say, you can unfollow me at Vince Neal. I go by Vince Neal on social media. You can go over to The Real Motley Crew and unfollow me there. So I came to the realization I was driving to Greenville to see my mom for Mother's Day,
That's
and
nice.
I was thinking, and I said, we always talk about Taylor Swift. There it is. We made it 20.
There's gonna be
29 minutes in before we talked about Taylor Swift, which is amazing. I think that's the longest we've ever been on the show without talking about.
I like her.
But no, yeah, nothing. I'm not hating on Taylor Swift, but I don't go around listening to Taylor Swift either. And I came to the realization that there is a rock band that is the Taylor Swift of the rock and roll genre, and they were here on Tuesday night in town, and that's the Foo Fighters, man. And I don't want to. I'm not. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail
But
for this.
they do rock.
Right, but then I would also argue that if you are
Everybody loves Dave
if you
Grohl,
are a
right?
fan of the genre of music that Taylor Swift writes, you would also say that she rocks for what she does. So the point is that it's basically the vanilla ice cream of that type of music. You have to like it, and if you don't, there's something wrong with you. Don't get me wrong. I don't turn the Foo Fighters off if they come on the radio, but I also don't go out of my way to listen to them either.
I haven't heard anything I love by him. I hear some okay, but
Right,
I
that's
haven't
what I'm
heard
saying.
much of them.
But so that's the thing. They don't write anything that's bad, but they also aren't doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think they're just commercial?
And
not intentionally. I think that it's like kind of a perfect storm, sort of like with Taylor Swift.
They're
where
almost the only rock band out there.
that's the thing, is that like they're sort of the catch-all. If you want rock and roll and you want it to be good, David Grohl's got the pedigree because he was in Nirvana, so that gives him sort of some street cred. They write their own music, which a lot of bands don't do anymore, and they skirt that like thing where like you can take your family to that show, but at the same time, like, so they're not doing anything.
He's become
They're
very
just-
popular
They're
himself.
just, exactly.
And he's
exactly.
become the personality of it.
And I think that that's smart. Like he's smart with marketing, and so
Very.
I think they are the rock and roll version. Because I realize, like, you know, we were here, and you smashed your guitar, and some of our friends were here, but everyone that we know that wasn't here was at the Foo Fighters concert.
I was going to say the Dave and M regulars were here, and I'll say it to whoever those other people are. Choosing Foo Fighters over Master Cylinder, wrong.
Very wrong. Very wrong. Very wrong.
So you know, for
and
me,
they miss cake too.
Yeah.
For your birthday.
But for me, yeah. So for me, it's not. I'm not hating on the Foos by any means. I'm just saying that to me, like, it seems like they're sort of the Taylor Swift of rock and roll. They're the peak. Who are they competing with? Because it's the same thing. Who's the Beastie Boys? Rest in peace. No, but like, because if you so Taylor Swift is here. Who's number 2? I'll wait.
Is it
I'll wait.
is it Billie Eilish?
No, not even the same. Not the same type of music. It's
I'll be
different.
honest.
It's different stuff. Maybe BTS.
BTS is
For
way
pop.
different than the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, but that's like no. We're talking. I said for yes.
Popularity, BTS competes with Taylor Swift.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, man. I'm gonna need you to come up to the microphone. Who is that out there? I can't see through the
Is
lights.
that Boston Bill?
It's Boston Bill. What's up? Hey, really quick, Jim and I missed you the other night, man.
I was here later.
I know.
Yeah, no, BTS definitely worldwide as far as fan base and everything else
probably true.
competes with Taylor Swift. For those of you who don't know, BTS is a K-pop band, and they are. I know this. My wife is a huge BTS fan, and they have taken
Are the daughters? Are they?
tangentially. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
secondarily, I guess, because my wife loves it so much. But I think that when they went, because in Korea, you have forced military service. So then when they were forced to go into the military, the GDP of South Korea dropped by something like 18%. You can look it up. It's something insane like that. Yeah, no, it's crazy. BTS, they play that. I know the probably the best Americanized song of theirs is Dynamite. By BTS,
I don't know
but yeah,
any of their songs.
to compete with Taylor Swift, it's hard to talk around this screen here. But
I know we can't really see everything.
I know, right? But yeah, I would say BTS is the only one that competes with Taylor Swift.
Gotcha.
I mean,
That's a good point.
I
About
think.
the
No, I do
worldwide.
think that's a good point. Thank you, Bill.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to offer a different perspective.
Yeah. Come on, my friend.
I think
We got Dave coming back to the mic right now.
I think that you're missing the point of what makes Taylor Swift so popular today. Is that she was a victim of the misogyny that is and has been in the music industry for decades.
Right.
And she was given inspiration by another performer who said, go out and re-record your stuff. You know?
Yeah.
They own your catalog. Screw them. Re-record your stuff. And the message that she's sending is positive. She's a role model for young women. And there haven't been all that many in the music industry. And whether you think her music is good or not,
Yeah.
it certainly is
Well, what
popular with
she's
the
done
young
is
women.
amazing.
But
Yes.
it's her role model
Right.
stance that I think is what makes her so popular, and why I think you can't really compare the Foo Fighters with her. I mean, Grohl is a good role model too. He's a nice guy. He's inclusive. He brings people in.
Yeah.
He gets people up on stage. They have a really fun time
His daughter
doing
comes
it.
up and plays with him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think like I said, the point that I was making is just that for that genre, right? Which is just saying that for rock and roll, like if you think, okay, so Taylor Swift is the top of the pops, especially for female artists, and the top of pop music. There really isn't a second place. I do get, like, yes, BTS internationally especially has a massive fan base. Honestly, fan base might even be larger than Taylor Swift's. But when you think about pop, particularly in the United States, radio play, what we've got going on here, Taylor Swift is the sort of the top of that genre. And then when you think about rock and roll, if you go to, modern rock radio, it's Foo Fighters. Like, there's nobody else. Excuse me, Foo Fighters. You got to say it. You got to say it.
I don't know how to say it like that.
The Foo Fighters.
Can you say it like that?
No. I can say it like Peter Lorre. The Foo Fighters.
The Foo Fighters.
Because the Foo Fighters write and play their own music. They don't
Yeah. Come back, man. Yeah, I got to get you on the mic so we can get you on the.
All right.
Yeah.
I would also argue that the Foo Fighters write and play their own music, and they don't follow this inane, and that's the kindest word I can use, formula that most quote-unquote rock and roll is today. And the same is happening in country music, right?
Yeah, it's
they
a
got
formula.
these formulas, and,
Yep.
and it's with hip-hop and rap and pretty much all the genres. They're just going in and cranking out. Somebody the other day, I'm going to try to remember who it was, said, nobody, they just don't even play the guitar anymore, right?
Right.
They're not being creative. It's completely devoid of the energy and the innovation and the creativity that we saw from 67 through about 76, right?
Yeah.
Would that be the Beatles?
It was an explosion.
64 through 76.
Well, yeah, okay, I'll grant that.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the other things that makes the Foo Fighters different, and why you hear them on the radio is because it's not this.
It's authentic.
Yeah, it's not rubber stamped.
Yep. And there is a level of authenticity. And I think that even with Taylor Swift using co-writers and whatnot, like, she still managed to at least keep the air of authenticity where people believe like that's actually her. And I think that's true for the Foos
She's
as well.
also-
They're
both marketing machines.
They are.
BTS is a marketing machine.
They are. But what's interesting is they have managed to become marketing machines while staying outside of the machine, right? It's not that, like you were talking about, that rubber stamp sort of just a cookie cutter, everything is the
Yeah.
same necessarily. And, I was thinking about this the other day. I was talking to a friend of mine who was writing some music, and he was working through, and he was doing metal. And one of the things that we were talking about is that there isn't, correct me if I'm wrong out there in the comments or here in person, there aren't a lot of modern metal bands that aren't edgy. And that's okay, because that's what metal's kind of about. But it's like, if it's not dark, if you're not wearing a mask, if you don't have all this crazy stuff going, blood spewing everywhere, then like it's not metal, And so what he was trying to write is sort of recapturing the sort of upbeat, positive vibe of just a straight ahead rock and roll band, but on the harder side of things. And I think that's what the Foos do. Like, they're able to take and create, positive, upbeat music. It's just straight ahead
To all
rock and
ages,
roll.
to all
It's just
ages.
straight ahead rock and roll. And there's nobody else doing that. Everything else has an angle, other than like Nickelback, but that's bro rock, right? And I saw Creed got back together. Like, yeah. True, but they're not mainstream. Is kind of the thing. Yeah, it's all this. Yeah, the mainstream is the issue. Is that like the stuff that sells, the stuff that's out there, like the people who are getting the deals, they're playing the game.
So
Yeah.
Taylor uses those 4 chords a lot.
Yeah.
And I heard a couple of Foos where they use the 4 chords, only louder. So, I mean, I've used the 4 chords, but I try to twist it into something,
Yeah.
I mean, I listen
Then
to a
you
few
break it.
Taylor songs, and
Now, I want to be fair,
Go
because
ahead.
like I'm not picking on Taylor. I'm not picking on the Foos. More power to them. I mean, they've got some of their stuff that I like. Some of the stuff is I could take or leave, whatever. Just like with any artist. I mean, even my favorite artist. I mean, I'm the first person to criticize Bowie, and I absolutely love Bowie. But Bowie's biggest problem was he didn't have anybody to check him. Once he became popular, there was nobody around to go, hey, man, you might want to make this
They're all
song
yes
like 4
people.
minutes instead of 7 minutes. Like, that whole thing where you just like make a bunch of noise in the background. Nobody wants to hear that, man. Like, you don't need to repeat the same word over and over again. Like yeah. There was everyone is afraid to get fired or to be pushed outside of the circle.
'Cause there's money.
When you got, exactly.
'Cause there's money and
And
prestige
so
and
that is
power.
why the best bands fight each other.
Didn't we do
Like
something on that
Oasis.
before?
No, I'm just kidding.
Do you know what band was here in Holly Springs the other day?
Who's that?
Did you hear about this? Sister Hazel.
Really?
They played
seen them
They
before.
played at Ting,
Yeah, they're
and
great.
many people was
Shout
anybody
out to
here
all the
there?
hazelnuts out there if you're a
Was
Sister
anybody
Hazel
here
fan.
there?
I wasn't.
No. Yeah,
Skillet
it's a
is
big
pretty.
deal.
Sparrow says Skillet is pretty positive. Alter Bridge, Hailstorm, Seven Dust, all pretty positive. I like Seven Dust as well. Yeah, those are all good bands. You're right. It's out there. You got to dig a little deeper for it, but it is out there.
Gotta do deep dive.
That's right. We'll do deep dives on some of those bands. Man.
And I'm glad Taylor is big and has the following. All those girls love her. You know,
Sure.
she writes songs about relationships, which bore the piss out of me. Personally,
And I just want to say that no matter
Girls love that stuff.
I
no
know.
matter
I can't
how
do it. I'll
no
live
matter
it.
We
how
don't
many
really have any love
songs,
songs.
no matter how many songs use those same repeating four chords and use the formula and everything else, nobody does it like country music. Let me tell you, man. Modern country. Whew,
Yeah.
boy.
You know what? I am a country lover, and you guys are country haters. We are going to talk country sometime.
Okay.
So if you
Hey, you got the deep dive next week. Let's
well,
do
there
it.
you go. There
if
you
you
go.
go to Outback, they alternate country and pop, like one
Outback
after another.
Steakhouse?
Yeah.
Oh.
And man, every song is terrible. I said it's amazing how you haven't played one good song, and I've eaten here so many times.
Sparrow says her teenage daughters do not love Taylor Swift, which is
Well,
interesting.
Her,
That's
her
like
most recent album, which I've only heard
0.002%.
part of,
Yeah.
is very slow and not upbeat like some of her other stuff. Unless there's songs on there that I don't know, and there probably are. But it's different.
No, that's my
She's
understanding. That's
mostly
kind of
in
what
a
she was
just
trying to do.
kinda
That, yeah.
easy going kind of nothing that interesting musically.
But
That-
then you listen to the new one, right?
I
Part of it?
listen to like 3 or 4 songs.
Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
And?
you know, I don't hear any inventiveness. Like, may I mention the Beatles again?
No.
You know, when a new Beatle album came out,
Who are
it's
they?
like you're listening what they're doing something different musically every time.
Did everybody think that, or just you?
No. What do you think? Who likes the Beatles? You know, they're still the biggest band in the world.
I still like Wings better.
Wow.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
That's fair.
I like them an
Everybody's-
awful
You
Yeah,
know,
everybody's allowed to have an
I'm gonna
opinion.
go with that. It's just such a crazy thing to say that I'm just gonna say.
She's
hey,
gonna give
I
you a
like
hug
it.
on that one.
I like
Oh, that's sweet. Look at that hug. That's beautiful.
it. I like it a
love-
lot.
Oh, what's up,
I
Bill?
love
What you got, man?
Wings.
Hey, well, I've got a question for you guys. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking about this. What band over the decades compares to Taylor Swift as she is now? You mentioned the Beatles back in the day. Led Zeppelin, I would assume, is
You
another
mean
one.
popularity-wise?
Popularity-wise, and
Rolling
kind
Stones,
of
Queen.
changes the social
I
dynamic
think you
of
can
a
say the
country or
Bee
whatever.
Gees to some of that too, because
mean,
they were
Yeah,
huge
the
during that
Eagles.
time.
Yep.
Bee Gees. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's a good
Right.
point. Yeah.
There you go.
Guns N' Roses. Yeah, Elvis Presley. Yeah, of
Presley,
course.
yes, that's
Guns
a
N'
good
Roses
one.
at the height of their fame. Absolutely. Metallica. I think some of the biggest concerts ever. Metallica. Hell, Aerosmith. Yep.
60s would be, 70s would be. That's kind of where I'm going.
Let's
Oh,
not
yeah.
forget
Yeah.
Elton John. Elton John.
Elton John,
He-
that's
he
exactly right.
Reached the heights, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they were a flash in
Did
the
they
pan,
fight?
man.
Did they fight?
Oh yeah, all the time. That's right, Queen.
Queen.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, the 70s had a lot. The 90s is weird to me. Maverick was doing a string of 90s songs in here a couple of weeks ago, and everyone's singing along and loving it. And I'm just thinking, these, you know, there's no choruses, there's no, and he does it really good. And I like to hear Maverick do it. But as far as listening to it, you know, you got to have kind of a amorphous melody and no chorus, and you sing it like you're constipated. And everybody
Marty's
likes-
about to say Frank Sinatra. Go ahead, Marty.
Oh, that's true.
No, I was going to tell you it was a two-poop night for Bud. So that
All
was
right,
it.
Bud.
That's all I wanted to tell you guys.
all right, there's our update. There's
Were
Yeah.
they
our
good
update.
poops?
Yeah, good poops, good
Good
poops.
poops.
All right.
That's what I strive
and
for.
everybody in the audience, that this microphone is actually broadcasting, so come on up here to talk instead of yelling at you guys.
Yes, yeah, please. If you've got a comment, please do come up to the mic
Yeah,
so we can
but
get you
don't
on camera
overdo it.
and get you on, because we are on not only on the podcast, but we're also on the radio at WCOM.
Do you think everybody wanted to know that Bud pooped?
I wanted to know the
There you
butt
go.
poop. So there
And
you go.
good poops
All right.
too.
Yeah. So again, I'm not. I know it sounds like I'm kind of taking a swipe at.
It always sounds like you're taking a swipe.
I don't feel like that's true.
Yeah, I do.
Well, when you
not
love
that
music,
critical.
it's like it also kind of tortures you that you want it. You want it to
Sparrow
be.
says, "Yay, Bud! Good job."
You want it to be better. You know.
Yeah, man.
You want more.
It's true.
More
That's exactly right.
Billy Idol, man.
More.
Yeah.
How do you like it? How do you like it?
Well, that's
Angela
not-
I think
True
she was saying
Connection.
Rebel Yell. All right. So it is now time for one of my favorite
Where are we?
times of the night. We're at Talk Doggy to Me. This is where we talk to the
Started
lovely
by Bud's
people
Poo.
over at Pawfik Match.
Yay.
So if you are looking for a companion, you should go over to pawfikmatch.org. They do so much to help the community here.
And their
get-
fosters are amazing to help them
fosters
get
are amazing.
adoptable
Yep.
and get them adapted.
Do we have
and
our
especially
dog of the
Christy and
evening here
Jim.
tonight? We're supposed to have Tempest here. Do we? No. No. Would you come up? Would you come up and represent the rescue for us then, Dave? We'll get you to come up and just talk to us a little bit about
Because you've got
Pawfik
someone.
Match. That's right. You got somebody there with you.
I can represent.
Yeah, please do. So tell us a little bit about the organization and what it's like. We want to encourage people to foster and adopt and donate and all that good stuff. Volunteer.
Well, the most important thing about Pawfik Match Rescue is that we take our time to find the right match for every dog and every family. When somebody applies to adopt with Pawfik Match, of course, they always tell us they're interested in a particular dog. But we focus on the application. You know, what kind of home do you have? What kind of dog are you interested in? And then we work with them to make a good match.
Yeah.
It's traumatic for a dog to go into a new home and then a short while later get pulled out and put into another place. And that's the kind of thing that we want to avoid.
Absolutely.
We also are one of the very few rescues anywhere that I know of that we do not shy away from taking on broken dogs. I could bore everybody to tears with stories about the three-legged dogs and even in one case a two-legged dog.
Yep.
Wow.
We took them in, we got the dog rehabilitated medically. What's that? Oh,
Well,
yeah, that's
there
the
we go.
one.
All
They
right.
are here.
Well,
No, I love it
we'll
because-
talk until Tempest gets
Because
ready.
you
Yep.
take a lot from rural shelters, don't you, that don't really have a
do
chance?
We do not pull dogs on a regular basis from any of the big shelters that are
Right.
well-funded with a lot of volunteers and a lot of support. We
Well-
focus on the more rural areas
They
where
take
the
in
dogs
like
need a lot
hoarding
more help.
cases
Yeah.
and puppy
It's
mill busts
amazing
and
what
things
you
like
all
that.
do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm certainly thankful. I've been able to get adopt two from you, and
Well, not just two,
Absolutely.
but Siberian Huskies.
that's
I mean,
two Siberian Huskies. That's right, which is like four regular dogs. Okay, Tempest is here, so
Tempest
let's
is
see if we
here.
can see if we can get Tempest in the shot here. I saw Tempest walking through. Oh, there's Tempest. Aw. So can you tell us a little bit about Tempest here?
Tempest is a 6-month-old Australian cattle dog.
Aw.
She was an owner surrender. So I've had her for almost 2 weeks now.
Aw.
So
Her
cute.
previous owner was just elderly and she became ill, so she could not care for her.
Aw.
I was like, but she is a little bit of a wild child.
Yeah.
She's a baby.
Yes,
Yeah.
she is a baby.
She's a baby.
but she is
Such a
looking,
cutie.
Looking for a nice active home.
Is she your first foster, or have you been fostering for a while?
I have been fostering for about 10 years.
Oh, wow.
I've been working
Wow.
with Pawfik for almost 4 now.
How many fosters have you had?
Oh,
Too many to count?
yeah, it's been a long time. I personally have 5 personal dogs at the moment.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, my pack with fosters usually ranges between 5 and 8, depending on how many puppies I have at the time.
Yeah. So I guess let's talk about if somebody's out there and they're watching and they're thinking, hey, maybe I could foster. Walk us through that experience as far as.
It's absolutely lovely. I do a lot of the puppy fosters, so I get to get them when they're itty bitty and they're learning all of the milestones of life, like getting desensitized with meeting new people, going new places, playing with dogs. Fostering overall is like most rescues, like they're providing everything. So all you get to do is provide the loving home and time.
That's amazing.
And you work on
So-
socializing and manners and socially
Yeah.
getting them out there,
So
right?
you provide the love, and the
Yes.
the rescue provides the rest. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, if anybody out there is looking, please go to pawfikmatch.org. Check out Tempest. They have lots of other dogs available there as well. In addition, they have their Amazon wish list, so you can help out if you can donate. and all of the various PayPal and Venmo and different ways to get them donations as well. So please adopt if you can. If you can't adopt, consider fostering. If you can't foster, donate. And if you can't donate, at least come out and volunteer. They've got events all over the Triangle. If you are not local to this area, please get with the rescues
so
in
many
your
great
area.
rescues.
Or maybe dogs aren't your thing. Maybe you're into cats or other types of animals. Just there are so many animals in need around the country. And please remember to spay and neuter and do your things. Yeah, absolutely.
Without a
And
doubt.
adopt, don't shop. So, all right. Well, thank you so much to Tempest
Hey, Tempest.
being here. That's right. Well, happy
We don't get to pet the dogs
happy search
anymore.
for your forever home there. So hopefully make a perfect match out there. All right. Well, that brings us to the conclusion of the show, and we always like to write a song at the conclusion of the show. So Jim's gonna pick up his guitar here. We're gonna put a little song together for you, and then we'll transition over to the radio portion. So keep things moving. Right now, I just want to say, if you would go over to MaverickRoseMusic.com, check out all of the stuff I've got there. I've got merch if you're looking for T-shirts or stickers or anything like that. And my books are available for sale. I've got books of poetry there.
That and your
All kinds
Patreon.
of Patreon is there. That's right. Go to
Please help
patreon.com/the
support us.
Maverick Rose Music Hour. Help support us. Without you, none of this would be possible. We do want to thank Niche Wine
And Jim
Lounge
needs
for
a new
hosting us
guitar.
each and every week. That's right. Jim's
Jim
going to
needs
need a new guitar. So go to nichewinelounge.com. Check them out as well. So, and we do record broadcast, all the good stuff live here from the Niche each and every Monday. We're here from 7 to 10,
We are, and there's live music in
That's
each
right.
5-6 nights a week.
6 nights a week. Yeah,
Six
exactly.
nights a week, yeah.
All right, Jim, what are we doing tonight?
I don't know. Someone give us something.
Someone give us a song talking point.
Topic.
God Lord, I can't.
Screaming Kids. I love it. All right. That's good. Go for it, Jim.
What's a good key for
He's
screaming
gonna break
kids?
his guitar.
Give us
again.
something in D.
D and a C?
Yeah. Can anybody hear these singing kids? Oh no, it's just me. Can anybody hear these screaming kids? Oh no, it's just me. All the kids in my head, I don't know. Where did all of those kids go? Look out! Woo-hoo! Can anybody hear these kids? No, it's just me. If you don't like Jim's YouTube, then he might cry. And if you don't like Jim's YouTube, well, you might fry. He's gonna send those screaming kids to your house. You'll never sleep. He's gonna bust those screaming kids to your house now. You'll never sleep. You better look out for those screaming kids out at the niche.
Kids
Out
at
at
the
the
bar.
niche. That's right. Kids at the bar.
Kids at the bar.
Kids at the bar. Kids at the bar. Does anybody hear those screaming kids? Oh no, it's just me. Thank you everybody for hanging out with us for the Maverick Rose Music Hour. This is part of Retro Rewind on WCOMLP. Don't go anywhere. You can check that out at WCOMFM.org. 103.5 FM on the dial, broadcasting out of Carborough, Chapel Hill, and Durham. I want to thank Rescued Wood Rehab for sponsoring the show and Niche Wine Lounge for hosting us each and every week. So we are going to transition now to the radio show. Don't go anywhere.
Do not leave your
That's
seat.
right.
Do not pass go.
And we will be with you next Monday as well. So
Join us then.
that's right.